Seattle is a very tech-savvy place. You think of all the Amazon jobs and Microsoft. Downtown Seattle, 2010 to 2016, added 45,000 jobs during that period. Only added about 2,000 car trips. Well, how did they do that? Well, they didn't do it with Uber and Lyft or autonomous cars. They did it with a whole lot more bus service and a whole lot more train service. So technology in and of itself is not the issue. The revolution that's needed in the world of transportation, the revolution that's really needed is a revolution in governance and institutions, the human side of things. And by governance and agency structure and mission, I'm talking about issues like, what do we subsidize? What modes or what types of trips do we subsidize? And what are we subsidizing today that maybe we want to tax it instead of subsidizing? What do we regulate and what don't we regulate? Really, it comes down to breaking down a binary that we've had in urban transportation in this country for too long, that's outdated, that gives Americans only two bad choices right now. We have this thing called public transportation, which consists of government agencies, usually monopolies, using government employees, operating government equipment, and they do pretty much the same thing day after day, year after year, decade after some cases, and again, play an important function. Downtown Portland wouldn't work without it, but doesn't work for a whole lot of trips. Then there's the world of so-called private transportation that consists of privately owned vehicles operated by their owners on socialized rights of way. Well, that's got huge costs, $10,000 to $12,000 per person. If you're making $30,000 off the top of the bat, we're going to tell people in this country you're going to spend a third of it just to have access to society. That's not very just. And there are all kinds of externalities as well, obviously social costs of that system. So the question for us is, does technology enable us to start breaking down that binary and combine aspects of both?